Howdy.
Alright. So yes, the group begins their adventures through I drawn a blank. This is why we have notes.
Not me, though. My dog ate my homework.
Barry, what's the name of the station? Oh, Star's Vision. There you go. Okay. You begin your adventures.
Stairs Vision?
Yes. You begin your adventure through Stairs Visions at Republic Spaceport, through the streets. Again, as we discussed, it's more of a, even though it is 1 o'clock, it's more of a twilight light atmosphere here, and most of the light given for you where you are is given off by the buildings and such. You make your way through to the more human district of the city. You can see that it's pretty well used. The ground is dirty, and there are many people going in and out. And as you look through the crowd, they're all of varying shapes, sizes, and decorum. Some that look poor and are begging on the streets, and others that look like they're somewhat well-to-do. No, though there's never anyone extremely wealthy. You get the feeling this probably isn't the place that they're regulated to. There are shops and restaurants, and you get through what looks to be some sort of market area. And you get a mixture of aliens and humans, near humans as well, in this area. You find your way to the apartment complex, and you check your data pad again. The address is linked to these individuals. 2 of them are in one apartment complex, 3 of them are in another, and the rest are in a third complex. But they're all on the same street, right next to each other.
This is an amazing coincidence.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I want to go, I guess, go to the nearest complex and knock on the nearest door.
Well, so it's the Skyrise. You're gonna have to go in and go up an elevator, probably a couple times to go to the different places.
Okay, sorry. I was reading my rule book and I wasn't really paying attention. What was the coincidence?
There are 10 men named Gester Voss that all live within a mile of one another on the same street. I was being silly. It was just a joke.
That's crazy.
One could say that maybe the Force brought them together.
Ooh.
But yeah,
the Twilight Zone.
But yes, jumping to the door knocking, you go inside, and you don't encounter any trouble. The elevators and such are free access to everyone. You take the elevator up. You go up about 4 stories before you stop at a long curved hallway. In front of you is looks to be like a lounge area. Like there's a hallway and then an open door to a lounge area, and then on either side of that are just apartments, apartment doors in a circular fashion around this elevator.
Okay, so can I see which one is our guy? Or which, I mean...
Yeah. No. Yeah, so if you just want to head straight there, your data pad gives you accurate directions, and you approach the first of the Voss residence. there's a door. There's a comm pad, which is essentially a doorbell, to the side, and the door is shut.
Okay, I want to key the announcement button in the doorbell.
Yes? What do you want? What do you want?
Is Gester Voss here?
Yes?
May I speak with him?
Wait a minute. Give me a minute.
Okay.
You hear an explosion as the comm dies out. A small explosion. Nothing that will, blow up the building or anything. And then you...
I'm still concerned. Regardless of the size of the explosion, I'm still worried and on edge a little bit.
You hear the unlocking of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 locks finally as he gets through and opens the door. Yes, what do you want? And before you is a gentleman. His hair is in a state of possible loss, but you can't tell if it's natural or something to do with the explosion that might have happened just earlier.
Okay, is this the guy?
Yes, I'm Chester. What do you want?
No, I'm not asking him. I'm sorry, that was out of character. I'm asking you. Is this my guy?
He does not match your picture at all.
Okay, I step back from the door. I say, "I'm sorry, sir. I think I've got the wrong. Gester Voss. Sorry to disturb you. Have a nice day."
Fine, go in. And he slams the door in front of you. Since you backed
try
up,
and stop me.
yeah. And if anybody listens closely, the locks go back to locked. All 20 of them.
I am all about the going away from that guy right now. Next door. What's behind door number 2?
The next door is on the floor above you. So you take the elevator back. Again, 5th floor, similar outlook. You've got a lounge that faces the elevator, and then a ring of rooms. This one's on the right, directly behind the elevator. So you have to go about all the way around to get into it. But it's same setup, keypad, and a locked door.
I want to make sure that I'm understanding the layout you're describing. Basically, what you're describing is the elevator exits into a hallway, and the hallway is a ring that goes around, and the apartments are inside the ring.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Then we go knock on the door. Or ring the whatever big thing.
Yes.
Gester Voss.
Yes.
Okay, could I speak with you a moment, please?
You're not with the Sith, are you?
No, I'm not affiliated with them in any fashion. Don't really have any affiliations.
All right. And you hear a single bolt slide open, or slide and unlock the door as he creaks the door open.
Is this the guy we're looking for, or?
For that you'd have to make a perception check. He only opened the door about an inch and a half. He's literally poking through with one eye. It's kind of a shaded gray, and you can see perhaps a beard, but he hasn't opened the door far enough.
I think I'll wait until he has.
He said he has a beard. He may have a beard.
Yeah.
Does my guy have a beard? I don't think he did he?
No, he did not.
What do you want?
Okay. Okay, I say, are you Gester Voss?
Yes.
My name is Walt. I'm looking for a specific Gester Voss. I don't know what his face looks like, but I was wondering, could you show me what your face looks like?
His eye twitches, and he opens the door slowly. Good enough for you, then?
I'll have to consult with my GMs and find out at the moment.
By the way, he's got a full beard and dark hair, almost brown hair. But there's like specks of white throughout the beard, and he's got 2 combat knives that you can see, and a blaster pistol in one hand.
Okay, I want to step away from the door slowly with both of my hands clearly visible and ask my GM if this is my guy.
You look at his face, and although he does look like he maybe has been in a fight or two, he is not the Gester Voss that you are searching for.
Okay, I say, sorry to have disturbed you. You're not the man I'm looking for. I'll leave you in peace now.
Okay. And he slowly shuts the door.
Jeez, I don't really want to knock on door number 3 now.
Koya chirps in. Maybe that name's a curse.
This is escalating quickly.
If you won't, I will.
I'm kind of afraid that we're gonna ring door number 3 and blaster bolts are just gonna fly through the door at us. That might be fun too. Let's go try that.
Yeah, you might run into my new roleplay character. Maybe, just maybe.
Alright, so you've exhausted the 2 that are in this apartment building, so you come back down, ride the elevator all the way back down. There are 2 more buildings. One has about 5 or so Gester Vosses, and the other has 3.
Okay, I just want to, I guess, go to the next nearest one.
Alright. This apartment complex is a little more run down than the one before. You can see that at the bottom, some of the windows are busted and being repaired by window droids. And the windows that are still there are just dirty. They haven't been cleaned in a while. But you walk in to a very sad reception room. Most of the plants are dead, haven't been replaced in a long time. There's a single droid who looks enthusiastic about his job, as much as a droid can be. But again, you do not really stop as you enter the elevator. Your first door is on the 2nd floor of the apartment complex. This time, though, instead of a ring, it's just the elevator just goes straight up. There's a hallway from the elevator that just goes straight forward, and on each side of the hallway, leading up to just a blank wall, are the apartments. You go down to the 3rd apartment on the left. There's a much more primitive keypad, which is literally, it looks like it's probably just the keypad to get in, and then a big red button on top of the keypad that says ring.
I push it.
Yes.
Hello, I'm looking for Gester Voss.
Okay, I got thrown a curveball. Just a second. Okay, I know which one. Okay. Alright. I am Gester.
Would you open the door for a moment, please, sir? I'd like to speak with you.
Maybe. And he timidly opens the door. It's like slowly opening.
Curious, can he see Gak?
I was about to say, Gak, how close are you to Walt?
He's probably behind his shoulder. I don't know. Maybe kind of close. I mean, I don't know the proximity of where Koya and I forgot.
Well, Dark is by the elevator. He's kind of keeping an eye on it. Koya's standing next to Walt, trying to offer a friendly smile to the individuals you come with. So you could be standing behind them.
Yeah, I'm kind of like behind Walt's shoulder a little bit. I mean, it's hard to not notice me, so.
As the door reaches just far enough open to where he can stick his head out, he peeks his head around the corner and sees you guys and goes, "Ah!" and shuts the door.
Did I see his face? Is he the guy?
Make a perception check to see how much you saw right before he shut it. Gak, you just saw a human, and you have a hard time telling humans apart anyway.
Pretty true.
However, Walt, you caught enough of a glimpse that you're about 80% certain that this isn't the guy.
Okay. Sorry to have disturbed you. Have a nice day. We won't
Go
bother you
away!
anymore. Okay, you try and stop me.
Koya raises her eyebrow and looks at you, Walt.
What?
Nothing. Just, are you sure this is the guy you were looking for? His name, anyway.
No.
Great.
I mean, this is the best information that my search turned up, so we're running this thing to ground. And if we come up with nothing, then we'll try the next thing.
All right then. I'm just going to unhook my blaster. That way, it's easily taken out next time.
Okay. Do you have a better idea what we could be doing?
No. It's just that I don't think I've ever run into this many unfriendly people in a row. It's a little unnerving.
Here, I didn't know you had led such a charmed life. By my experience, this is the default of people. They're generally not friendly.
Well, they're not usually unfriendly to me.
Think about that for a minute.
She kind of frowns as you guys walk back to the elevator. Dark presses the button, and you guys go up to the 6th floor. Very similar layout, although now in this the carpeted area, some of the carpet has been torn up, and there are what look to be a brown sort of refuse. Like some of it could be dirt, could be something else. Kind of littered all over it. It's not one of the cleanest of floors, but it's a similar layout, just straight forward hallway with apartments on either side. You go to the first door on the right, and again, keypad, big red ring.
I push the button.
Yes.
Gester Voss,
Yes.
can I speak with you a moment, please?
Sure. And a couple seconds later, the door just lazily opens up as the gentleman is walking back to his quote-unquote living room.
Wait, he just opens the door and walks away, and like,
Yep.
did I see his face at all?
Not this time.
Okay, before I enter the apartment, I call and say, Mr. Voss?
Yes.
Would you look this way, please?
As he sits down, he just looks up at you. His face is... You would recognize it, but it's also been streaming with tears and whatnot. He's not looking like he's had the best days.
But it is a very familiar face.
This is my guy.
Yes.
Okay, I nod to the others. And I say, do you mind if we come in?
Go ahead.
Okay, I slowly enter the apartment, looking around. And,
Make a quick perception check.
I'm sorry?
Make a quick perception check just to see what you see in the apartment. It's not the most well-kept apartment. There's clothing on the furnitures. There's several bottles of alcohol just lying around. A few more clustered on the table by the couch. You get the feeling that those might be more recent. But it's just a general sort of messy bachelor pad kind of place.
Well, what do you want?
I wanted to talk to you about what happened at the Tormented Vision? At the Tormented Vision this morning.
Okay.
Would you be willing to tell me what happened?
If you want. Does it matter now?
Should we wait for Gamer to rejoin or just keep going?
Well, let's give him a couple minutes. For the record, Barry came up with those personalities without my knowledge, so I was just as surprised.
They were pretty fun. I think I like the first one better. Was he like a mad scientist or something?
Yeah.
Doing terrible, awful chemistry?
Yeah. Matter of fact, as you walked up here, probably if you had listened closely, there was an explosion in the other building.
Barry and I have been watching this show called Critical Role, and I'm pretty sure he based it off of that character. I was having a hard time not just dying.
Yeah. I based it off of one of the characters from there, and it came up in my personality role, so it's like, okay, he's making an appearance. He's got to.
Yeah, you were supposed to meet the real guy by the third one, but I was having so much fun listening to him, I was just like, let's just do one more.
Are you back?
Hey, gamer, what happened?
Put your earbuds back in. What happened?
Will Friedel was in an episode of this?
Yes. His
Can you
character was
guys
actually
hear me?
pretty good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. What
Oh my
happened?
gosh, we had a power out.
Does he ever say, Mr. Feeney?
No, John.
Feeney! Feeney!
No, his character is actually it's more like John from Legends of the Force.
Oh, you're talking about Pasha?
Kashat.
I don't know.
Kasha.
Eric Matthews from Boy Meets World.
Sorry, no, but I only know him by the character he plays.
Sorry, I lost everything that that we were.
No, it's not a problem. We waited for you.
You lost everything? What do you mean?
You guys are in the middle of talking and then it just cut out.
I know, we stopped.
Alrighty. So what happened?
We'll just start from the beginning. So, Walt walks in. You guys walked into the apartment. It's disheveled. It's disgusting. It's not very well kept. You see the Voss that you're looking for sitting on his couch, teary-eyed, kind of disheveled and distraught. And Walt asked him if they could talk to him about the tormented vision, and that's where we are at now.
And then I say to him, "Detention, Mr. Matthews." Detention, Mr. Matthews.
I'm assuming this is a quote from an old movie.
Old sitcom, but yeah.
Oh wow.
Eric Matthews is the best character ever.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
All right, I'm over it now. Feeney.
But not quite.
Okay. I asked the guy, I say, what happened today at the thing.
I didn't make it.
What happened?
I went there for the trials and I failed.
Can you tell us any more?
I just watched the scene from YouTube. It's hilarious.
Well, all I can say is the test was brutal. It was not one that was pleasant.
Yeah, can he, just out of character, can he see Gak?
Yeah, you guys were all in the apartment with him.
Alright, he turns to him. Yeah, here we go. Toss me in the shoulder.
He pays you no mind.
Also, this is also out of character. When I've asked an NPC the same question 3 times and gotten no answers, I generally take that as a clue to stop asking that question because I'm not going to get an answer. Is that what you're trying to get across to me?
No. His basic personality, you can see it easily. He is distraught. He is depressed. He's having a hard time.
But he's not going to tell us what happened.
He probably would, if it was a little clearer as to the question, but like more direct question. My friend, or what exactly happened? What was the test exactly, kind of thing. Right now, his state of mind is such that simple yes or no questions are like all he can do.
can see that you're upset, friend, but we'd really appreciate it if you could offer us some more specific information about what exactly happened.
I'll try. I went there and it's just... There was a guy exactly like me. And he beat me.
Koresh gets wide-eyed as he remembered that the enemy he attacked bared extreme similarity to him.
What do you mean he beat you?
We had a fight. It was part of the test, I guess, and we started out fairly okay. It's just it felt like I was fighting the evil side of me or something.
I did too.
Jack, you saw the same thing?
I saw a replica of myself in a dark version. He
Did
told me
yours-
that I thought that I am the new.
Is that who you were swinging your sword at? Did it fight with you?
He called me traitor, threatened to kill me. I did the best I could, but failed.
It defeated you?
Well, I wouldn't be in the hospital if it hadn't defeated me. Duh! I'm kidding now.
So their trial is you have to face the dark side of yourself and overcome it?
That's what it seemed like. It was part of the initiation, trying to... I don't know, it felt like they were trying to gauge my strength, and apparently I'm not strong enough.
Gester, why did you want to join the cult in the first place?
I wanted to... And he chokes up a bit. You can tell this is a sore subject. I wanted to try to prove myself to my dad and to try to reclaim our name.
What does that mean?
Well, we used to be fairly high up in political circles, but after a deal went bad with my family or with my dad, it went south.
Ekorosh feels extreme sympathy immediately relating. He comes over and rests his hand on his shoulder. I feel for him. I know how it feels to be rejected.
You said your father is a politician of some kind? Here on Esmeru?
Well, this is where the deal led us. That's why it went south. Pretty much, he lost everything in the deal, and we were stuck here.
Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Belsalvis. It was supposed to be like a jog across the block. And that's how my dad worded it. Now we're stuck here.
Does the rest of your family live here with you?
No.
Do you live alone? Where are they?
Well, and he tears well up a little bit more in his eyes. They're down the street. I couldn't even afford. I couldn't even have them buried.
Barry, I'm having a hard time understanding. You're kind of breaking up.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All I heard was couldn't afford, couldn't have them.
Couldn't afford, couldn't have them buried.
They're deceased.
He shakes his head, yes.
How did they die?
He looks down and says, they were robbed. It was one of those things where the last of our money went out the window, and then some thugs wanted the rest, and they didn't have any.
Dak gets mad. Who were these people?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much. I've been trying to build my name back up. Trying to make my dad proud.
So what will you do now?
Now, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get back in. Try to get better, I guess.
I don't think they'd like you back in.
Kester, do you know anything about what exactly the Tormented Vision does?
I try to save the planet. That's what I believed. And something like that would go a long ways for it.
I've heard them claim the same thing. Do you know how they save the planet?
That, no, I don't know. But they help people. They give people a place to stay, food, a sense of family. I've been missing that.
How long have you been here on Asmara?
4 years.
In all the time that you've been here, have you ever known anybody else that joined this cult?
One, but I didn't know him very well. It's one of those things. He was one of the people I met on the street, and he said he was going to go join one day, and he's not been back.
You haven't seen him since?
No. Kind of why I wanted to join as well, so I could meet him again and see what he was up to.
What was his name?
Okay, let me get it typed out so you can write it down. Okay. He does give you the name. I don't have that name with me right now, but you do in character in game. You do have that name. It's the name of the Azlir that was part of the family who disappeared a while back when you were asking questions.
Wait a second. It was the name of a man whose family disappeared? Is that what you said?
No, it was the name of one of the boys, or one of the children, quote unquote, a young man who disappeared, particularly the one from the family who had a son disappear on them and joined the cult.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we interviewed those people before.
Yeah, it's that name.
We lost. I lost the notes. I can't find his name right now.
No worries. Think him up a new name. I don't think I wrote his name down either.
You know his name. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a new name and write it down.
How old does Gester Voss appear to be to me?
Early 20s.
Okay, I asked him, what about the other man that was with you at the trials? Did you know him?
No, I didn't know him. He looked nice.
Hey, sorry, I'm back.
That is a 50 credit deduction on your bill, boy.
Lies. Alrighty, sorry, so what was going on now? We're still talking to,
Yeah, I'm still interviewing this other reject.
another one? I thought,
No, it's the same one. It's Gester Voss.
can you spell the name? Oh, I think you did earlier, hold up.
Yeah, it should be in Roll20 and in Discord if you want to look in either one.
His friend was Kalos Steas. Now, yes, I will spell it. And it is now in my notes, and it will always stay there.
Can I invite him to join us?
You want to invite Gester to join you?
Yeah. At least my character does anyway.
This is a role-playing game, and you can do almost anything you want.
You might want to talk to your party about that, though.
Alright. Actually, my guy's kind of stupid, so he's just gonna go ahead and say it.
I'll imagine that.
Hey, Gester, it doesn't have to be this way, you know. Why don't you join us?
One moment, please, Gackrash.
What?
Excuse me, Gester. I pull Gackrash aside, and I say to him, "Hey, shut up."
What?
We don't know anything about this guy.
Seems good enough to me. Well,
I'm not opposed necessarily to bringing new members into the party, but let's just not maybe do it at the drop of a hat, shall we? Let's consider for a moment what this guy offers and what he might cost us.
Walt. This guy seems bona fide.
What are you basing that on?
We both relate.
It can't be turned off.
What?
It just I'm sorry. I'll tell you after the roleplay session. There's just a loud beep come from the mic. It's reminding me of something funny. Anyway, based on what? What makes you think he's bona fide?
We both have a similar past. He seems to have gone through a lot. He needs some friends.
Everybody needs friends. That doesn't mean we're them.
And why not? Says who?
I don't know. That's my point. I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to get more information before I make a decision, so my decision can be informed.
Koya kind of finds her way, makes an excuse, and stumbles over to you guys. What's going on? Why is Gak inviting him to come with us?
Because he's insane, and he doesn't think.
Okay, shut up.
Hey, well, let's not get feisty with each other. Gak, this guy doesn't seem like he's in his good state of mind right now.
He seems perfectly fine. I can relate entirely.
But he's crying while he's talking to us. Do you want that watching your back?
Lost his family. Oh.
You lost your family. You're not crying every time you go talk about it.
Yeah, and he just lost the position with Colt.
He didn't lose anything. He never had it.
I know, and that's gotta be brutal.
Gak, we don't know anything about this cult. It might have been a good thing that he failed.
I don't know.
It might have been a good thing that you failed.
Gee, thanks.
No, I'm serious. Listen, cult? In my experience, that's never been a very good word. It's almost like slave. It's just a different way to hold on to people. Now, look, I'm not saying that this is what these people do. For all we know, they could be fine people. But in my experience, you don't throw yourself in with people you don't know anything about. Think about how we met. We saw you. We saw you fighting for your life, but even then, there was a sense of honor there. I knew when I saw you the first time that you were someone who could watch our back, would be level-headed, and would be with us. But I don't get that feeling.
And who says he isn't? Who says he isn't?
I do.
I don't really feel that way either.
Kind of moans and somewhat face palms.
Koya puts a hand on your shoulder, kind of taps, and she says, I know you're trying to do a good thing here. Maybe there's another way we could help him. Maybe we could, I don't know, we could point to that officer, maybe. Maybe she could help him find out what happened to his family and catch those guys that killed them.
Maybe.
At the very least, she might be able to find him some decent work.
Alright.
I have an alternative idea. Maybe we could use them to infiltrate the cult and spy on them for us.
I thought they refused them.
Yeah, that's what I understand. But they never. I don't recall them saying that he was never permitted to attempt the trials again. Did they say anything about that to you?
Well, it sure seemed that way. Yeah.
So they never said to you that you can't attempt the trials again.
Wait a minute. Do you think maybe I should, He hints to doing the trials again.
Walt, do you really think that's such a good idea? I mean, they both were nearly killed.
I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I'm just posing alternative suggestions for discussion.
I wonder if maybe they'll let us work together.
I'm just trying to keep my eye on the objective. Our objective is to get photographic evidence of the activities that this cult is engaged in. So to do that, we have to get in there some kind of way.
Wait a minute. What if we teamed up and tried to fight?
What?
We have to fight those guys, whoever they are. What if we teamed up? We'd probably do it.
You mean when they make you face the dark half of yourself?
Yeah.
So you and Gester, both of you team up against your two dark halves?
Yeah. If they allow it, anyway.
I mean, I don't know.
Somehow this seems more sketchy than the first plan.
What do you think we should do?
Well, how feasible do you think it would be to sneak in? I mean, we've only ever seen a couple guards.
Could Kester help us?
I don't really know a lot about the Force, but my limited understanding of it suggests that these Jedi and Sith types can kind of read your mind or sense your presence, or so they tend to be able to know that you're there, even though they can't see you or hear you. They just kind of know somehow. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying that there's an added dimension of difficulty when it comes to dealing with these Force people.
Are you talking out of character?
No, I'm talking in character.
Oh, okay.
Koya gives you a disbelieving look. I think you've been watching too many vids.
I think you haven't seen as much of the galaxy as I have.
I think we've just broken the fourth wall. Look at those weird people viewing the show. Hello!
What are you talking about?
You don't see the camera guy over there?
You mean Walt?
What just happened?
Hey, you started it.
I don't think
What is going on right now?
I don't think you broke
You
the
broke the
wall.
fourth wall.
I'm pretty
Actually,
sure I
no,
didn't.
Koya broke the fourth wall. She said you've
Nope.
been watching way too many videos.
No, she said vids. She said vids. Holovids are a thing in Star Wars.
Pretty sure they have.
Yeah,
Pretty sure they have-
holovids of what? The Star Wars films?
No, of
Fourth
people.
wall.
No, of people dramatizing Jedi. It's like it would be like watching Rambo and being like, "Oh, this is how Marines work."
Yeah, that's exactly what it would be like.
That's what she's saying. Is like, "Oh, you think these Jedi can read minds and stuff? That sounds like made up stuff."
Alrighty. Sorry, I thought you were just goofing around and breaking the fourth wall all of a sudden.
No.
Oh, I believe that particular wall it remains intact.
Alrighty then. Alright, we'll just rewind and pretend that didn't happen.
What were we talking about?
She
How
just
about-
said you've been watching too many vids.
Oh no, Koya wanted to sneak in. and I told her that Jedis are magic. Or
Aha.
blah, 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 whatever.
So you think that maybe jumping a couple of them, taking their robes, and sneaking in that way is off the table?
No, I just think it carries with it an inherent risk that we may not be prepared to handle.
We can handle them if we work together.
Hold on. Dark, can you come here for a second? Sorry, sir, we gotta talk for a minute.
Okay, go ahead. Dark comes over. Yeah, what can I do? Oh, what's up?
I'm trying to figure out how to get into the cult. I've given my idea. I think we should sneak in. But Walt thinks that's too dangerous. And I'm not just exactly sure what Gak's plan is. Something about involved in doing the trials again, fighting your dark half. You got any ideas?
Well, from what I can tell, sneaking in is what I'm good at. That's where I lie, and sneaking in is what I would do. Not trying to direct the group or anything, but literally that is what Dark is good at. He sneaks.
I mean, the other possibility would be to somehow trick our way in. I don't know, maintenance or something.
Hey, Walt, you said you were a plumber.
I don't think I remember saying that.
You did.
No, I don't believe that I said I was a plumber.
Out of character, you have said that.
When?
When you said that their toilet was overflowed?
Yeah, hello, Mom.
That was to the...
I said I was a plumber?
You have used that excuse in the past, yes. To the Quads gang, yes.
I'm gonna go back and watch the videos again. I don't think I remember saying that. All I remember doing is stuffing a ball of rags down the toilet.
Yeah, you said you were a plumber.
It was just before you all died, and you're like, you either said I'm a plumber or I'm maintenance, and then you got shot to pieces.
Oh, is that okay? It was when it was in desperation right after a turret got ripped off the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember. Yeah. I do remember that. Okay. I think this is eventually going to come down to us sneaking into the place anyway. I'm just trying to talk through some alternatives to see if we can come up with something that might work a little bit better, but I don't have a good feeling about trying to sneak in there. I wanted to try to do this job without shooting anybody, but I don't see that happening. Trying to sneak in
What if we
there.
brought Gester?
I would fail to see what difference that would make. How would he help?
Well,
You think
there's
if he's a
strength in
detective
numbers,
or-
as they always say.
Strength in numbers. That's one of the most grossly misunderstood axioms in the galaxy.
Care to tell me why?
I think we stand a better chance if, with the four of us competent people, rather than one person we doubt. Think of it this way. Even if you believe in him, he's gonna have 3 members of his party that don't. Can you see how that's not a very good group cohesion.
Kind of sighs, wishing that you wouldn't judge him so much. No, honestly, I'd probably be maybe a little bit suspicious, out of character. I mean,
I'll follow your lead, Walt. Whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to give you my perspective. Like you said, I don't have a lot of experience doing this stuff.
No, I think you're right. I think eventually this was always going to come down to a sneak in and try to get photos and sneak out mission. But I don't know. I feel like 4 people going in there trying to do that is not a recipe for success. How good are you all at sneaking? I'm fair at it.
How do I tell, actually?
What's your
For sneak, an in-character way would be to know if you're trained.
Yeah, like do a stealth roll to check and see what your bonuses are or whatever, or just
okay.
read what your stealth bonuses are.
I'm not terrible at it.
I'm pretty average at it as well.
Stealth tends to be more flathy, as it were.
It says stealth 2.
That means you're bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
wow.
not trained in it.
I'm good at stealth 2. Totally not inaccurate.
So you're lying to us now.
Make a deception check. Yeah.
Oh, Barry, I don't even think that they know. They've traveled with him enough. They're probably looking at him like, uh-huh.
Yeah, Dart looks at you and like Zeri just said, yeah, they know you are lying through your teeth.
He just said, yeah, right? That's all he said.
It was that sarcastic, yeah, okay. Next!
Well, he doesn't fully understand sarcasm, so he kind of puts his hand over his shoulder. See, he believes me.
Gakrash, I do not believe you. You are lying through your teeth. I can tell it.
What?
All right. I think when it comes down to it, we don't have a choice. We're just going to have to try to sneak in and scope the place out ourselves.
Won't work fine.
Mr. Voss, thank you for your time. You have our sympathies. Have a good evening.
You too.
Koya goes back, and she says, "There's an officer in the Republic. Her name is Sinshara. I think she might be able to help you if you go to her and tell her about your troubles. Mention the cult too. I think she'd be interested in helping."
Okay, I'll try.
Of course, I would never advise you to lie to a member of law enforcement. However, I'd be appreciative if you did not mention us.
Okay.
Koya sort of winks at him, friendly, and she says, "You're gonna be okay. I know it."
His demeanor is perking up a little bit. Now with the prospect of things to do, he almost seems to be a bit better.
Okay, out of character, what are the could you guys maybe just give me a little bit of a hint of the consequences of bringing this guy along?
Depends
No.
on what you want by consequences, because
No. No. And
what Zeri said, yeah.
Keeping secrets, eh?
yes, that's our job.
You're evil.
Yeah, your point.
the dark side is strong in this one.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking because I might have Gak secretly pop the door open and secretly invite him to join.
How would you do that? You're in a small, tight hallway. There's not going to be a lot of secret anything here.
All right.
I mean,
Alright, we'll just
it is up to you. If you'd like to go and ask him again, that is your choice. You are the player. Your party has given you their opinion. Now it is up to you.
I assume I would try to roll either stealth or deception to try to secretly whisper to him, hey, you want to come and join us or something like that.
Well, I mean, you're standing in the hallway right now and he's sitting on the couch by himself.
Well, Gak turns around to see and kind of waits for the guys to go off a little bit of a distance. Or actually, how far away is the elevator? Like a few feet?
Yeah, you wouldn't... Yeah, you would always be within listening distance as far as the hallway is concerned.
Oof, ouch. Alright, well, okay.
It's like maybe...
This isn't metagaming anyway, but I'm not letting Gak out of my sight after recent events.
Oh, no. Yeah.
What? You don't trust him?
Not as far as I can throw you. You the last two sessions, you've established a pattern of lying to us, and in obvious fashion.
Hater. Hater's gonna hate.
No, bad role player's gonna have consequences.
I will say, no matter what you choose, there is consequences to every action, gamer. It doesn't matter what you choose to do, there's going to be consequences to it.
Thinking.
Sequoia and Doc make it to the elevator, and they just kind of stand there as they watch the two of you stand in the hallway. Dark has got his finger.
Gak kind of stands there, kind of deep in thought. Debating whether or not he should just bring him or not.
You see Voss gets up from his couch and he goes to the kitchen. You hear him open the fresher and pull out some sort of drink.
Oh boy. I don't know where to go with that.
I'm just telling you what's going on. It's not a frozen thing while you're standing there thinking. The world's still turning.
Ah, understandable. Alrighty. Yeah, well, I'm kind of thinking like he is right now. Alright, I guess I'll just go with this. He kind of pauses, and then he turns around and looks back, and he's kind of wishing he could have brought him along, but he decides to go with the team and just go to the elevator. Manages to cram his enormous self into said elevator. And yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, so, where is everyone? Koya and Dark are in the elevator waiting.
Gak is also in the elevator, and he's just, crammed himself into it. Everyone's pushed up against the walls. I'm kidding, no. I don't know how big the elevator is.
Big enough to fit you.
Huh, I'm amazed. Thank you, GMs!
Republic Code requires that elevators and hallways accommodate Wookiees as well, so you get included.
Oh wow.
It's no special rule. Literally, Wookiees wouldn't be considered in construction.
Walt, where are you?
I'm also in the elevator car.
Dark hits the button and you guys plummet down in your elevator.
We crash and burn. The end. I'm getting all.
Are we falling?
No.
Okay.
If you were falling, I would make sure you knew.
You said plummet, and I got concerned.
Well, what I mean by plummet is that this elevator's probably moving faster than it's supposed to. Things are not up to code here, but you do land safely. With a little bit of a bounce as soon as you hit the bottom. You guys pour out of the elevator, all contemplating different things. Walk out of the revolving, damaged glass doors, out onto the street again. And that is where we will end for tonight, or today.
Well, thank you for joining us in, guys. Great time again today, as always. Almost gave me a heart attack a couple times. Oh,
How
goodness.
so?
And hopefully y'all enjoyed the NPCs and whatnot. Those of you joining in on YouTube, y'all have a good night and God bless.
God bless, and may the force be with you.